mud with it. Out the motherfucking.
What up, dog, everybody? Thank you for listening and watching another episode of the Three Raw Podcast. This is CJ.
It's your man's Rob.
Your boy Jimmy.
What's been going on for the past month and a half, guys? I know we've been recording for the past month or whatever, so it's been a lot going on. So tell me what's been going on with y'all.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Right. Oh, okay.
Ain't nothing going on with me, man. It's just been cool and same old maintaining.
Same here, bro.
For those who do not know, and for those who do know, my wife has been tested positive for COVID. Right now, she's doing okay. It's more coughing than anything. And quarantining, making sure that she's at her best. The best thing to do for those who have it or have just been tested positive for it is to stay active. A lot of people are told to stay in their homes and to quarantine and to get rest, but at the same time stay active. Lemon and ginger tea, lemon and ginger tonic, whatever you can do to try to keep yourself as healthy as possible. I've been told that Motrin is a trigger that can start some issues with the COVID as far as, I guess, progressing it or making it more difficult to get out your system. So other than that, just heavy prayer. And, we going to get through this. Children of God, we can get through this. So appreciate all the love and prayers that we're getting from my brothers and both hands and, from the squad, from all different angles. Shout out to those that do not have COVID. Shout out to those that do. Stay strong, hang in there, stay prayed up. Other than that, my son's back from Tacoma. So,
yeah.
Daniel been having a ball since he got back. Of course, it ain't been no shortage of noise in my house, but that's what you have children for. Other than that, man, it's everything's been all right. The job been pretty dope. Can't complain.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. But I'm praying for your wife. She pulled through. And I know her. I've been knowing her for years and years and years, and I know she's a very strong person. She'll beat this. All we have to do right now is to pray for her, and hopefully she pull through this, man.
Absolutely.
So shoot, we go start off with y'all. We got a lot to cover. Just been gone for a month. So
yeah, it's been
what on, B?
First thing we're gonna cover is let's get it out the way. Let's get this August Alsina and Jada situation out the way.
Man. That was crazy. I really think that interview with August Alsina, I really think it's for a publicity stunt. Like,
wait a minute, CJ. For those who don't know, break it down what all took place.
So they had a little, it's been like speculated that Jada had like a open marriage to where they could see,
allegedly. Well, you put it like this, man. Put it like this, dog. From our knowledge, because everything is just allegedly, we really still don't even really got no details on the ins and outs of their relationship, because even though this rumor been going on for 20 some odd years, they technically never said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut and dry. You feel where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a rumor, but at the same time, I think. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Got that Brandon on blue and that shit. That boy in the closet. Anyway, they had a little entanglement going on.
A little?
Huh?
A little.
A little entanglement.
Shit.
It was a big entanglement. They would have been together by now.
They was together.
I said by now.
Well, allegedly, man, because I don't know what y'all doing, man. Will and Jada allegedly split up. You know, from our knowledge, that's what took place during this time when they was on the break. Her son, Jaden, introduced her to August Alsina. Long story short, he introduced her, you know what I'm saying, because, you know what I'm saying, come to find out, August been through a lot of traumatic issues in his past. From my knowledge, he was sexually assaulted as, you know what I'm saying, a youth. He got a very toxic, bad relationship with his parents, well, his mother, for instance. And Jada was supposed to be helping him heal and basically seeking you know what I'm saying, the therapy that he needed. Well, somehow, some way that turned into, you know what I'm saying, basically an affair that them two was having. You know what I'm saying? She chose to use the word entanglement. I can't, hey, look, them her words, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But they started a little entanglement. She, from our knowledge, she cut it off with dude, and he still, you know what I'm saying, got the aftermath, or, you know what I'm saying, still in love, or still got some form of feelings towards it. So,
but did you see her interview though? Did you see that interview with Will Jada? She said that he broke it off.
Well, it don't matter who really broke it off, but he still got feelings. You know what I mean? She never publicly said anything. He did. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we could have went the rest of our lives not knowing none of this private information. So if he broke it or he cut it off, you know, that was another issue. But it goes into, you know what I'm saying, the issues at hand. He had issues prior and pre-hand. He's an emotional guy. Yeah. I'm not saying it's his fault why he emotional, you know, being, you know, sexually assaulted and going through things as a kid. That's never nobody's fault. I don't care. You know, that's not your fault that you went through them things. He had them emotional issues to begin with. So him doing all this, like I told my sister, bro, none of this is, you know, I saw the signs early in his career that something was a bit off. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna throw him under the bus or nothing like that, but it was signs, like, for instance, when he snapped on Old Girl on 106 in Park, you know, and just throughout the years, if you could ever follow him.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your thoughts on that?
Bottom line, he should have never disposed or exposed the situation, because, like you said, Rob, we would have been better off not knowing. But he was in a situation where he was letting people know about everything that had been going on with him before he started this new album of his. So I don't know. Maybe it was his way of gaining clarity and letting it all go, whatever the case may be. But I feel like this is something that you could have kept. Nobody needed to know that. It was nobody's business. If you had some more issues or some more feelings, like you said, he could have disposed them to the person he had the issues or the feelings with. Whether or not if he's been able to might be the issue.
But
I think the issue comes in that with dude, he just need for real help, like professional help. And I really hope now that he's seeking it out, because even this behavior now is still stemming through his issues he had pre-hand from his past. You see what I'm saying? Now it's just moving over as an adult. You know what I'm saying? Just basically the butterfly effect. You know, it just keep growing and growing and growing. Now that he's 27, 28 years old, we assuming that these issues should just leave, but you never got help. The same help that he was seeking from Jada, he still ain't never get. He still never received it. Now, it's even more issues he got. You see what I'm saying?
Jada took advantage of that boy, man. That's what I think that's what I think she did. I mean, think about it. Her and Will Smith broke up, and she needs a dick, and she got it. So
that's a fact. I look at it like this, man. They both.
More dick she got.
I look at it like this, my G. They both equally accountable in this whole situation, though. I feel like August might be a little bit more accountable, because at the end of the day, he kissed and told. If that make any sense, like we did not need to know this personal business, but the percentage that Jada do need to receive, she need to receive it. And August might be wrong 70%, but that 30% Jada's wrong, she need to receive that, because at the end of the day, you knew this dude needed help. Not only did you know he needed help, he was introduced to you because he needed these help. He mentally unstable and he's sexually confused because he was sexually abused. This is all alleged from what I'm hearing. On top of this is your son's friend.
Right
Out
there.
of all the millions and millions of men in the world that love to motherfucker be with you, you chose him, your son's homeboy? Nah, man. That's a no-go, period. Ain't no excuse to that.
You realize what you said was a bar, right? That was straight bars. You know that, right?
I'm pretty sure it was. It falls off the tongue.
Man, that was nasty. But nah, man. I don't know. Have y'all listened to his new album yet?
I'm keep hearing this ain't that bad.
I have yet to listen to it, but I was thinking like because it was like you gotta think about the timing too. Like it was like when the interview came out, it came out the week after it been released, maybe a few days after it been released. So I'm thinking maybe maybe a song or two was in that album. Probably was talking about his relationship with Jada. So he into light maybe. So that's probably why he was,
But that's the best way to do it then, if you're gonna do it.
right.
Do it through song. That's not unheard of. That's not something that has not been done. Ergo confessions. So if you're gonna do it that way. Don't just be out here. See, for me, I feel like you release that info and I'm not trying to throw them under the bus, but it's just the way it's looking. And hopefully we can get some clarity without all this extra drama. To me, it's looking like clout chasing. Let me ride this wave real quick so I can get some type of exposure from my album. You gonna get exposure regardless because we've been looking for you, whether you've been expressing what's going on with you or whether you just having issues. People are still fans of your music. We looking for you. So it's like, where you at? So, but over the time limit for that situation, that the accountability steps in and people get their stuff together.
Well, it is clout chasing. It might not be like as bad.
No, it's not as bad.
But it's a form of clout chasing. Like we live in this weird internet era, dog. I was telling my sister, man, like, we from a different generation. My sister 4 years older than me. So we not, even though we in this generation, we not really from this generation. This generation is kind of like a new generation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you got a lot of these emotional men, and I'm not saying men can't be emotional, but they go to their platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, get on interviews, and then next thing you know, here come all kind of gossip or what they call it, tea, and it's getting spilled. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa, man. You know what I mean? We didn't need to know this. You know what I mean? But in today's world, the gossip is what sells.
Oh yeah.
Like think about this, like what Brandon just said about, Usher with Confessions. Even though that wasn't even a new thing what Usher did, it was still exciting. You know what I mean? It was still like, whoa, what is all this? We didn't even know what we was hearing at the time. Everybody had their own speculation and rumor and things like that, but it helped sell 8 million copies of that record. Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, the album was good, but 8 million? That was unheard of at that time. That was like our era Michael Jackson Thriller or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it was built off gossip and rumors. And then now this whole era is based off that, man. You got shade rooms and gossip in the cities, and all this shit is based on gossip. Gossip helps sales.
Actual blogs and channels, consisting of such.
But then I'll do y'all one thing though. Like even with Usher, look at 50 Cent with Get Rich or Die Trying. If the stigma was he wasn't beefing and didn't get shot up 9 times, and we didn't feel like it was real beef with him and Preem and Ja Rule and them back in the day, you think that album would have sold 10 million copies?
No.
And don't get me wrong, that's one of my favorite albums of all time. But 10 million? The gossip, the rumor, the feel, the personalized of the albums.
Right.
Yeah.
And just like you said, the feel, because at that time when Confessions and when Get Rich or Die Trying came out, our era as far as men, we was going with somebody heavy at the time, and something went wrong or something had gone wrong. And with the 50 Cent era, it was too much gangster shit going on.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot of gang. It was too much gangster shit going on. Everywhere we turned, you know, somebody that we knew or somebody we cared about, or just hear say, niggas getting shot, niggas getting stabbed, niggas getting killed, and it was somewhat of a clout chasing situation because niggas felt like if I get shot, if I get stabbed or whatever case maybe, ain't nobody gonna mess with me if I survive. Because if I survive it, then I'm the hardest nigga on the block, right? No, nigga, you got shot, stabbed. What's wrong with you? You want to live or what? Stop doing that shit. So, you know, like you said, it's crazy what people will do.
Hey, that's the era we live in. They do everything. They cloud checks and sell them records, especially as entertainment.
I mean, you know, some form of controversy always been around, but it just seems like it's at an all-time high now.
Yeah.
And I just would like for it to get back to the music. Like, even with Usher, 50 Cent, they sold, you know what I'm saying, their personal lives, but the music was still good. It was still based around music. Like, majority of this is the thing about Get Rich or Die Trying. I hate to keep using it as an example. If you listen to that album, it's only like maybe 2 or 3 songs aimed at, you know what I'm saying, his personal life with Preem or whatever issues he had personally in the streets.
The rest of it is an actual album. The rest of it is
and basically sort of kind of like with
album.
Usher. You know, you get the first part of Confessions, then like the rest, what did that got to do with Chili or this alleged baby? It really didn't.
Right.
So.
Right. Some of them songs you felt like didn't even play a part in none of that. But the fact of the matter was we had already gotten past that track. And so with the expectation of what we gonna get. Say again?
No, the background.
You said what, CJ?
The background Confessions was that it was Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, I found that out.
Yeah, we learned that in hindsight, though, bro. We learned that recently. Like, but back then we didn't know. We all thought that was Usher and Chili. Yeah. You know what I mean? He played it off. Remember the Burn video? They played it off like it was Chili. You know what I mean? And that was good marketing. But I don't understand like how. Like, think about this, right? We worrying about Jada and Will and August. How do we feel like how Jaden feel? He introduced this person to his mama. Yeah, now he got to find out this over the internet. I'm not saying he knew. I'm not saying he didn't. But let's just say he didn't know, because at the end of the day, why would he know his parents' personal business or who his mama choosing to sleep with? You see what I'm saying? Now just damn fam, I introduce you to my moms so y'all can, you know what I mean? So she can help you heal, and you sleep with her. So, I mean, it's levels, though. I feel like they both was wrong. August was a little bit more wrong, but Jada, she got to get some form of accountability, too. You don't sleep with nobody, none of your kids' motherfucking friends. If that was Will did that to motherfucking Willow, we'd still be talking about that to this day. And we know it's the truth. For real. So, ain't no, that was wrong.
That shit would have been over with.
Bro, and do you want better?
Bro,
you said what, CJ?
They do that on Pornhub, dog. That man. Shoot, everybody do it. I mean, everybody breaking laws now. That's how you do it now. Shit.
What the fuck is going on in your personal life, my nigga? Like,
let's go to that subject, dog. Let's go to that subject, dog.
Jesus. Well, prayers to all 3 of them, man. You know what I'm saying? And I hope they all get through it, dog. Salute to Will Smith. He ain't getting enough. He not getting enough salute doing all this, dog. In my opinion, man.
Will Smith, period, man.
Like, cause you got to be a strong person to go through a lot of this, man. And salute to that man, dog. But I feel like they all 3 need some form of help, and I hope they all get it, dog.
Look, bro, they don't really need help.
Okay.
They don't really need help. Cause Will,
yeah, I do. I feel like this, dog. I feel like
Jada did her dirt. August did his dirt. So I mean,
we don't know. Let's see. Wait a minute. We don't know what Will did. Once again, everything is going back to us. We don't know what all Will did or didn't do, because guess what? None of his bitches came and told. August just snitched. And no matter what rumor we done heard, none of his bitches came publicly.
All right.
And none of his bitches came publicly and said, "Hey, we using entanglement. We fucked." That never took place, man. And I feel like Will and Jada, as much of an understanding and dope marriage they got, which is dope, they need to some form of some more counseling throughout this, because I know for sure the emotions is not over, even if they said it was 4 years ago. Because guess what? August snitching is recent. That's bringing back up old wounds. You see what I'm saying? You
We
saw
didn't
how
got
hurt
past,
that
or
dude
at least
Will
we
looked
thought
on
we
that.
got past. Shit that we didn't
You
got
saw
past,
how
or at
hurt
least we
Will
thought we
was.
got past. No, you right.
Real face wanted, man. I could have threw a penny at Will and he would have broke out crying, dog. You saw that in his face, man.
Either that or would
Don't
have
even
pushed
lie
over
and
that
say you
red
did.
table and put his
Oh,
hands
I
on
seen
that.
it.
Oh,
He was about to cry, bro. I
He
feel
was, and I felt his pain though.
I was about to say I felt this pain too, dog.
So that's
either
what I'm
that or
saying. I
he
feel
was
like,
gonna push that red table over and put his hands on that woman's throat.
and that's why I feel like they all three need some more help. Now, August might need a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's equal, but continue, you know what I'm saying, the helping hands that y'all need, you know what I mean, so y'all can be better human beings.
That's true,
Right.
bro.
All right. Well, now we've spent 10 minutes.
That was like 15, but go ahead.
It was needed.
It was.
It
needed.
was.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it out the way. And the reason why I brought it up was because there's a two-part to it. So the whole Trey Songz versus James Harden, when it's not even really a versus.
Yeah, you need
James Harden's mindset or his answer to the situation was, I only wore.
Well, wait a minute. You're not explaining what took place, Brandon.
Okay, my bad. Excuse me. James Harden was wearing a mask that had expressed that Blue Lives Matter.
Okay. I do know.
With what's going on right now in society, it is not exactly the best to be in that position right now.
You got a little guest in the show, huh?
Oh my God. Excuse me, I apologize.
But anyway, so I'm doing the first one with the James Harden and Trey Songz situation. So Trey Songz basically called him a certified clown.
He better. Let me shut up.
Wow.
I was gonna say, man, he been a clown, dog, for thinking he deserved an MVP this season. But yeah, go ahead, man. My bad.
We're gonna deal with that in a whole nother show.
So he basically, his explanation of wearing the mask is that he thought it was cool, which I don't see what's cool about the mask or whatever. But and also he covered his beard, which he did cover his
Right. He didn't say,
But-
or at least I didn't see anything about him saying that it was cool. That's what the issue was. The issue was that he was looking for a mask that would cover his beard, and he did not know what it said or did not pay attention to the words or the ramifications of it. My whole thing about it is, I'm not saying that no lives other than Black people's matter. I'm not saying that Blue lives don't matter. That's not what that's not the case. Right now, what we're going through and what we're still going through, Black lives matter the most because we are the ones that are being targeted right now the most. There is a recent video, and I don't watch these videos on purpose because there's enough going on around me. I don't need extra. So, but there's this video where this dude is taping this white cop. Trey Songz actually posted it. This white cop is all in his face, telling him, you got 3 seconds to put it down. You got 3 seconds to get out the car. Blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. We don't know the probable cause. We don't know the reason. But the whole thing about it is how he grabbed that man out of his car and had him wrapped up and all this extra stuff. My issue comes from, when is it going to be that we actually going to get the whole truth of any of these police situations? Because I'm not going to sit here and say it's all Black people every time they get pulled over that they're getting ready to be hurt, killed, or something like that. Because there are people that are getting pulled over for reasons, for probable cause, for doing something stupid. And you know the police are coming. As far as like you've been chased or whatever case may be, you know they're coming and you getting ready to just make it worse on yourself. But as far as being humanely obtained, it just seems like when it comes to us, that's out the window. And I'm just trying to figure out what's so hard about humanely obtaining us. You got us. Why you got to go any further than that? I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
So, thoughts?
Me personally, man. I mean, if you get a mask, right, each mask have a certain message to it. I don't give a damn if it's blank, a regular ass surgical mask, or just like the display mask that he had. It have a message. It have a certain message on it. So he didn't think before he put the mask on that it transpires as like Blue Lives Matter. That's what I seen on when I looked at the mask, whatever. When I seen the picture of him wearing the mask, that's how I received it. I mean, he just didn't thought. I don't know.
I'm saying, but you know what?
He old enough to think that that was Blue Lives Matter mask.
Okay, but is it that it says that Blue Lives Matter that is the issue, or is it that it says Blue Lives Matter right now at this time and era? That's my issue. That's my question. Because my question is, do blue lives not matter? Because there are cops out there. We've said it many times on this podcast. There are cops out there that are trying to do right, that are trying to do their job.
I get
it. Normally, those are the ones that are taken. Those are the ones that are killed or injured more. But is it the time? Is it the time factor versus what was said on the mask? Because that's how I look at it.
I think it's like time. As of right now, like, for especially the Black Lives Matter movement, we need all the support that we can right now. We get it. We do get it. Like, the people who support the Black Lives movement, we do get that. All lives matter. We get that. But for right now, with all the stuff that's going on in this world, we need everybody to support us. And then after everything just die down, wherever, then we can be able to support everybody.
Not die down. Stop.
Period. Yeah.
If it dies down, then it's just another Band-Aid on the wound. Rob, where you at?
Well, to go back to what you were saying about the video and things like that of the white car pulling the black guy out, and you was basically saying like, yeah, it's always a percentage of people who have done wrong. If you like just in our community, or if you ever did anything, you know what I'm saying, if you know somebody who ever did anything wrong, or if you just conscious of people who have done anything wrong, 9 times out of 10, they don't even fight back. If I know for sure I got 10 birds in the trunk and I get pulled over, I'm not fighting back, man. I'm not giving, it is what it is. Not just playing, I'm caught. Majority of everybody I ever known, or if I ever been in a situation or situations I've been in personally, when boys come and whoever knows they in the wrong, damn, I got caught with this motherfucking pistol on me. It's dirty. Fuck. I never seen or heard about it. Not, don't get me wrong, because recent we just had old boy last week for no reason I shoot at the cops, and he got to sell Swiss cheese. You know what I mean? So it is some rare situations. The problem comes in that the percentage, right? You got 85% of black people not doing really nothing and getting beat, harassed, et cetera, even killed by, police, compared to the little 5%, if that, to when, they really did do some fucked up shit. But what they do is they focus in on the 5% to make it seem like it's equal. So like, even with the situation last week, I was so mad that old boy did that, because now that's taken away from the actual fact at hand, because now they go use that one situation to combat at least 200-300 within this last 5 years that we didn't have, whether they got big notification or not.
When it should be just as simple and cut and dry, and then we should be able to get right back to it. You're right.
Exactly. So like, and then like, just to fast forward to like the James Harden situation, I feel like we need to be aware of the climate at the time. Yeah. I feel like for somebody as James Harden, dog, like, first and foremost, my G, you like 30 years old, 30 or either 29, 30 or 31 at this point.
30, yeah.
You've been in the NBA for almost a decade, if not a decade. You done
Mhm.
made a name for yourself at least the last 7 to 8 years. You
Mhm.
one of the top 10 NBA players we got. You one of the few superstars we got in this era. For you to
Mhm.
not understand the climate at all times, dog, that's very, very, I'm not going to say whack, but that's very, very disappointing in you. And that's very, very horrible of you, man, because you just, first and foremost, you a black man. You play in Texas.
Yeah.
You know, you need to be aware of these things. You in one of the most racist states we ever, you know what I mean? Outside of like, you know, some other places, but like Texas, they don't even feel like they are part of the United States
Mhm.
for a lot of different reasons that we not even gonna go into.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, come on, man. Like, you need to be more aware of the climate. You got your peers, you got your LeBrons, you got your, you know what I'm saying, everybody else, your Kyrie Irvings, you got everybody stepping up to the plate that's quote unquote your peers. And yet and still, I'm not saying he's supposed to, but for you to not even understand, damn, I didn't know this mask looked cool and it covered my beard. That still don't give you no excuse for this, my G. Now, I'm not saying Trey Songz was 100% right for going down dude's neck. You know what I mean?
Nah,
But it's like, man, understand the climate, my G. You want to, like, you got a big platform, my G. Like, a lot of people look up to you, man. And don't get me wrong, he probably got a cop in his family, or his daddy could be a cop. Who knows? But if that's the case, say it. Don't get on TV saying some ignorant shit or releasing statements. Oh, I didn't know it covered my man. It covered my beard. It was cool. It matched my shoes and goofy shit like that. Man, you a grown man, dog, and you a superstar, my G.
right, yo,
So you either go
He's no better
stand
than
by,
that, though. And
you
that's
either stand by what you got on or understand what you got on. But don't, oh man, I didn't know, because guess what? I don't get that excuse. Brandon don't get
nah,
that excuse. You don't get that excuse, man. You either either on one side of the fence or you ain't.
And that's what I said. That's what I said to him. Like, man, he know better than that. He know. That's what I said. Like, each mask have a freaking like message on it. Like, I got I can't breathe mask. Of course, everybody know I can't breathe is like towards like the black people who get killed by police officers in the hands of police officers and shit. So I got to
But
trouble.
he might not know, CJ. He need to. And for him to be so old and, you know what I mean, then have a big name like how he do is unexcusable, man.
It is.
even still, he could play it the Michael Jordan way. And I say the Michael Jordan way because watching The Last Dance put me in a perspective of understanding Michael Jordan's mindset. Michael Jordan was simply about what was on his table, what was on his agenda. So anything else that didn't look like it had anything to do with basketball or didn't have anything to do
Or
with
he can't benefit from it.
But that's
that
cool
too, I
though,
will
right?
say
Because
no,
I
but
understand
it's
that
true.
logic. But look, that's not even what Michael Jordan do. Because guess what? Michael Jordan still understand the climate. James Harden released a statement as if he don't even understand the climate. Now Jordan will understand the climate and just won't say anything.
That's my point
You
right
see what I'm
there.
saying?
That's my
But
point right there.
James
He won't
Harden
involve himself.
says something as if he don't even understand the climate.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't know. Really? Like, I can respect Jordan not saying nothing, but this don't look like James Harden, you know what I'm saying, trying to protect his interests. This just look like him being ignorant.
Right.
You too old, fam. You way too old at this point, dog. 28, 29, 30, 31. You too old, man.
True that.
Definitely when your peers, your CP3s, your LeBrons, your Kyries, your Kevin Durant, everybody who quote unquote your peer, and I'm not saying the whole NBA, but that small group of superstars that we got, the Steph Currys of the world and things like that, dog, they stepping up to the plate. And I'm not saying you supposed to, but you better be aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like when you bring up Kyrie Irving, I'm sorry, I'm stuck in this. I'm stuck. I'm a little irritable with Kyrie right now. I'm only irritable with Kyrie because I feel like right now with the situation with the climate, like we're talking about, I'm big on not stepping into things that ain't really got nothing to do with me as best as I can. Because if I don't have anything beneficial to bring to it, or if I know for a fact that I'm not gonna be, it's just not gonna be good on my end, I just won't do it. So
Mhm.
you know, the I Can't Breathe shirts and Black Lives Matter, all this stuff. Like, I'm more of a behind the scenes type person. You know, right now I'm trying to get myself in the mindset of buying from Black owned businesses and so forth and so on. There was a situation that popped off on the radio at work that I heard where Kyrie Irving wanted the NBA not to come back because of what was going on with the Black Lives Matter movement and trying to make sure that we stay focused on making things more better for us. When the apparent truth is he doesn't want it to start back up because of whatever deals or whatever thing he got going on with the NBA. And if the NBA comes back,
But was that solid or was that just an assumption?
It's supposed to be solid.
But see, supposed to be and is two different things, right?
Well, I hear you, but it's supposed to be solid from the standpoint of Matt Barnes and his. You know how Matt Barnes has his own podcast, and he's been lately kicking a lot of real shit, and that was the issue. The issue is that he was not allowed, or his team did not want him to go with them to do something, and that's why he does not want it to start back up, because he's getting ready to try to go to a whole other team, supposedly New Orleans. So,
but then see, think about it though, Brandon. That's still he say, she say.
I don't know, man.
To a degree,
I only say why. The reason why I say I'm irritable is because a lot of the things that Kyrie's been doing lately, just from leaving Cleveland to now, it's just been a lot of foolery. So I'm just like, nigga, what?
Yeah, that might be true, but what you were just saying, bro, that still was kind of he say, she say, even on Matt Barnes' end, because if it's not coming from Kyrie, I don't know. I come around and talk about your business because somebody who said they cool with you or are associated something with you, then I got to run around and say, well, Brandon allegedly supposed to be leaving his job at this, that, and the third, and then spread it as facts, and then be mad at you about something I don't even know because I never had a conversation with you, or you publicly never said nothing out your mouth. That's still to a degree he say, she say. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna respect you in that matter, I gotta respect Kyrie. I feel what you saying, because if that is true, that would be something that a lot of people have to scratch their head on with Kyrie. He has been coming off a little weird even before all this. I say the last 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't know what's going on in his mind. I don't know what moves he's trying to make. Who knows? You know what I mean? He might be trying to build up an early retirement. Who knows? But all that still he say, she say. He never said out his mouth what his intentions is, and this, that, and the third. The things that he did say out his mouth, that's the only thing we got to take it. I can't run around and spread gossip as facts when it comes down to you. So how come it's okay to do it with Kyrie?
That's a fact.
That's a fact, yeah.
I feel like the NBA bubble, right? I really want to see basketball return because, you know, I'm a sports guy. I don't know if I want to see it not return because of like the Black Lives Matter situation. I sort of kind of understood what Kyrie was saying. It was delivered real bad. And I really think he's one of these type of people who speak before you think fully. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Oh, most definitely.
And a lot of people like that. You know what I mean? A lot of people ain't used to, you know what I'm saying, speaking on public platforms. Like we was just talking about with James Harden. But a lot of these NBA players, man, they got to understand their power, their influence, and you know what I'm saying, on top of age and things like that. So if I just went in on James Harden, I got to go in on Kyrie also. We got to keep the same energy.
Especially you like a celebrity like that, you got to have a good PR team, bro.
Right. And then Kyrie also one of the top 10 to 15 players in the NBA. So just like James Harden, it's the same thing. You got to understand the climate. I understood what you was basically trying to say, but I'm more concerned about this virus and this germ not playing because of that than not playing because of, you know what I'm saying, these issues at hand. And I get what you was trying to say. I feel like it was delivered real bad.
Yeah.
What about you, CJ?
Me, as far as like the NBA bubble, I'm actually happy to see the NBA coming back.
Well, the NBA bubble, and Kyrie.
Kyrie, we had a little, what is it, like a Zoom meeting, whatever like that. I think he was basically talking out his ass. Because basically, he also was talking about he want to start a basketball league. Remember you were saying that too?
Right. But think about that, though, dog. Like, was he really wrong? Like, do you really want these players to not try to create a league so they can have some form of ownership? This summer, like, one thing about that conversation, it wasn't leaked fully. Only bits and pieces was released, so we really don't understand like the core of what he was saying and why. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just like if what we just said the last 5 minutes was just released, and people, oh man, dog, Brandon don't like Kyrie, but we didn't get to the reason to why he said he was irritated about him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, and what you just said about the speculation, I literally just took some time and read, and what I said is actually how the man feels, at least on the whole Black Lives Matter movement. Now, this is the first time I'm hearing about him wanting to start his own league.
Oh yeah, he said he wanted to start his own league in a conversation that was leaked, but the conversation wasn't leaked fully, so we just still got bits and pieces. We still ain't put it like this. We still ain't had a conversation from Kyrie, like in an interview, let's just say with Stephen A. Smith. Kyrie Irving, man, how do you really feel? 1 hour, explain everything that we've been hearing with Mac Barnes and his situation. Explain what do you mean about trying to start your own league. Explain what do you mean about we should wait to open the NBA back up because, you know, the issues that explain it. We ain't never got that yet. It's always been bits and pieces and rumors or what somebody else said who affiliated or a half a conversation that was leaked. We still ain't really got any like solid information. And you got to respect anybody like that. If I don't got no solid information on anything, like, all right, I hate to do it, but like we just got finished talk about the Will Smith situation, right, with August Alsina and Jada. CJ, right. I think on one of our older podcasts, if I'm not mistaken, we talked about the rumored relationship with Jada and August.
Yeah, this back in,
I don't know if you fellas remember, but we did. But if you can remember, we said we couldn't talk about it as much because nothing was solid at that time. It was all rumors.
I do remember that episode.
Remember? So if we respected them then, and now we talking about it because it finally leaked. He finally snitched and told out his mouth what it was, and she admitted. So now we can say what's what, this, that. But back then we was joking, but that's as far as it went. Jokes. We didn't spread it as facts. We didn't know.
Right. That's true.
So with the Kyrie thing, we can't spread none of this stuff as facts. You know, at this point, it's like an unknown known. Even if you feel like, all right, man, this is how he really feels, it's an unknown known.
Yeah, but Kyrie, y'all see, like, for years and years and years, he always talk out his ass. He don't think before he speak.
We all do that.
He say, especially in Cleveland. Remember, he requested trade and shit like that, and then we got to what was that team? Boston. He apologized to LeBron, like, man, I'm sorry, man, I didn't mean to do all that stuff. Shit like that, you know. That's like some Kanye shit.
I think the LeBron, I really think, like, I agree with a lot of that Kyrie stuff.
Brandon,
I really
it is, bro.
That situation, huh?
Brandon gave me that look. I'm just saying, because Kanye be on some shit like that, because he think before, he don't
about
think. About
Kanye? Why are we looking at each other funny?
I don't know about being that far out there, but.
Oh, nah. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Brandon looking at you crazy like that because you tried to compare Kyrie to Ye?
I'm not comparing. It's not comparison. I'm saying the way he thinks.
No, bro. No, bro.
All right.
Hey, can I go in on Kanye right quick, man, since you said it, dog? Can I please?
Man, ain't nobody. Yeah, go ahead, because ain't nobody messing with what's wrong with that nigga head right now.
Man, look. I hate to do it, dog, but I don't think this was even on the conversations. But I'm going to just throw it in there, man. Your man's Kanye West decided out the clear blue that he was running for president, dog.
Hey, bro, I seen
the first time he said it. I seen the first time he said it.
But in the middle of the campaign, it's 4 more months left until election. Trump and Biden equally have spent millions of dollars in campaign money. They both have been registered to motherfucking goddamn vote. I mean, you know what I'm saying, to be a candidate. On top of that, Kanye ain't even registered to do that, or he missed the deadline to even motherfucking register to be a candidate, and he missed the deadline to register to be an independent party. You've been running around under Trump for at least 2 or 3 years now. I would have assumed you understood all this political game stuff. You said that you wanted to run for president about 2 years ago in an interview with Charlamagne the God, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe 3 years ago now. So I would have thought that you said 5.
I want to say 5, bro, because I think he mentioned something about running for president.
This is not the first time he's mentioned it more than once. I think the issue with Kanye when it comes to him thinking about being on top of something, Kanye would have been perfect as far as the mindset for back then for kingship, because he just wants to take over.
Never the fact, though, this is not a game, man. This is just telling me that I understand what his family's saying, that they concerned for his mental health at this time. Because for somebody who's saying, I want to be president eventually, and Trump and me got the dragon breath or whatever the shit he was saying, you know what I mean? And you've been following up under Trump and the Republicans and stuff like that, but you don't even understand the guidelines. You don't understand the dates. You don't know nothing about actually really running for president outside of just you saying it. So that's telling me there you don't even follow politics. You just saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
And the ignorant part about it is there's going to be people to go to vote, and they're going to be writing in Kanye West's name and voting for Kanye West, and he's legally not on the ballot.
Taking a vote away from Joe Biden.
Just taking a vote away from whoever they feel like that represents them better. You know what I mean? But mainly Biden. You know, or do you want 4 more years of Trump? I don't know. Some people want 4 more years of Trump. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you fellas do, but there's a lot of people who do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And for Kanye, for him to make these statements recently, man. I feel like I understand what his family's saying. I'm praying for that brother. He might be, you know what I'm saying, needing some help. He might be in the midst of another mental breakdown. Yeah. But there's no way that you be saying that you wanted to be president for almost 5-6 years and you don't even follow politics. You don't even understand the laws. You don't understand the election days for y'all to even register to be president. You thought, what, you just go say it and you was going to get votes and you was going to, like, really? Like, you cannot be this. I'm not even that goddamn smart like that, dog, but you thinking like a little bitty kid, man. Hell no, dog. Now it goes back to what we were saying about James Harden and Kyrie Irving. There's no excuse for a lot of you to not understand the climate. There's no excuse for you to be saying ignorant statements. There's no excuse for you to not be following, simple guidelines, bro.
Well, keep it in entertainment. J. Cole, no name.
Go ahead, CJ.
Oh, man. So, this been like a month now since that, so I kind of forgot all that. I forgot all about the J. Cole. And
Go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. It's been a month, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just J. Cole, no name. We speaking about that new album he just released.
Oh, well, I'll break it down then, fellas. I thought you remember, CJ. You was on it.
I was, but I
did recently just listen to a whole new project he just released. So.
Okay. Never mind me, fellas, man. My contact acting stupid, dog.
You good,
you good, man.
Yeah, man. But long story short, I know we took a month off. I don't know if we covered it last month. We probably didn't. But No Name is like a rapper / activist. You know what I mean? She's doing a lot of amazing work in the community, dog. I salute that sister. I've been following that sister on Twitter for a minute too now. But yeah, like right around the time when George Floyd passed away, she basically called out Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, asking them where they was at because they wasn't as fast to help like how she was. J. Cole replied basically saying like he's not as smart as a lot of people think, and salute to you, sister. If I could do something better, show me. Like don't bash me, but teach me. You smarter than I am. I'm not as smart as you. I'm giving you all the flowers that you need because you actually is on the front lines and I'm not. I'm thinking I'm helping. I done helped a lot, but I know it's a lot more that I can do. Holding itself 100% accountable. She somehow took that as disrespect. Chance the Rapper, oh man, he's such a clown. He somehow couldn't understand nothing. He took that as disrespect too. Somehow J. Cole became a feminist because he simply replied to a black woman who threw him under the bus first. Mm-hmm. He called her queen and everything. It wasn't nothing undermining, none of that. They tried to lie and make it seem like it was. It wasn't. And the song is called Snow on the Bluff for those who don't know.
Yeah. And then she came
So
called what's the name of the song? Song 33 or something like that.
is it 33 or 30? I don't know, but I think you're right.
Yeah. She came back, and then what's that? You say about Chance the Rapper, right?
Chance the Rapper basically went on Twitter a day after the release of J. Cole's song and went in on J. Cole as if somehow what he said was wrong, as if he just attacked this black woman for no reason.
Or he's a misogynist.
And the song is not even an attack. Like, in no way if you listen to the song J. Cole released, J. Cole is dissing himself more than anybody. Like, I'm not as smart as people think. I don't read a lot like everybody think. Like, yeah, I went to college, but it wasn't like I got straight A's. You know,
he's been doing that lately, though. His music has been about his shortcomings and his failures lately. What? Hold on. What are these people not listening to, bro? Like, it's
yeah, man.
You missed it.
No, and then how you hold on.
Bro, this is a generation going through. This is today's generation, bro. We talked about this earlier, right? This is today's generation, dog.
Listen, don't get me wrong. Like, okay, I'm not saying you right. He's not the smartest person, but it doesn't. You don't graduate magna cum laude just sitting on your ass in class, okay?
I think he was just basically saying since he been from college, it's not like he's continuing it. You know, he a rapper now, and it ain't like he doing a whole lot of like reading and studying and things of those natures. Even when he went to college, it wasn't like he was a Black history specialist or major. You know what I mean?
No, but at the same time, he understood the ramifications of him not having his education at the time. He understood his dream.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I agree. You know what I mean? Like, he understood the pros and cons of everything that he was going through and what he was putting himself through. More so that when he would be rapping basically checking himself.
Hey, what are you talking about? Did CJ just disappear?
I told y'all, hold on.
Yeah, you did say hold on.
I'm listening to Brad in my bad. Go ahead, B.
But no, like he had said that even with the conversation. What is that song? I love that song where basically he was talking to his boy who was a drug dealer and basically told him, I'm trying to be like you. And his boy was like, if I didn't know you, you sound like a clown right now. Like, you don't even know your responsibilities.
Right. Long story short, though, I feel like this, though, Brandon. The problem comes in that I feel like it's a real strong disconnect within, and it always happens. Every time it's an issue within, like, or our issues, like last time it happened was in the 70s, with the Black Panther movement, and it looked like we was finally starting to get somewhere because we was starting to fight back. They switched it from all black people fighting back to Black men versus Black women. And it's easy to do because, like, a lot of Black women, and I'm not throwing them under the bus and I'm not being sexist, just hear me out, for our women viewers and listeners. A lot of y'all are, by default been hurt by a lot of Black men, whether it was y'all fathers, whether it was y'all uncles, brothers, ex-boyfriends, baby fathers, ex-husbands, whomever. I get it. Y'all been through the ringer when it comes down to Black men. So by default, y'all defenses is up. Y'all feel like that y'all the most mistreated people on planet Earth, and to a degree, y'all right. I'm not gonna say y'all not. The problem comes in that we not supposed to be fighting each other. We not the enemy.
Right.
At the end of the day, the enemy designed all this for us to fight each other. You know what I mean? And it's like, we can't fall into prey. We can't fall into, well, since I had a bad relationship with my father, now all men ain't shit. Or, you trying to dog me out because my baby daddy do it to me. And I'm not saying every woman like that. And I'm not saying on the flip side, every man is like that because they had a fucked up relationship with a girlfriend, baby mama, mother, etc. Like we just talked about with August Alsina, for instance. Allegedly he got a bad relationship with his mother, and allegedly he was sexually abused by a family member and things of those nature. But we gotta start healing and healing equally. We gotta heal with each other. I feel like J. Cole attempted to heal with no name. Like, look, we both hurt. We both hold some type of accountability because, yes, I could be doing, you know what I'm saying, more in my community. But sweetie, you dogging me and calling me names and calling me out instead of trying to teach me what I can do better.
Right.
What is that resolving? But instead of you listening to what he's saying, you getting emotional because you just don't want him to reply back to you.
Our communication skills as far as black men and black women have always been something to be.
And I feel like in this situation, it was the black woman. And I don't want no black women getting mad at me. It's the truth. No name had no. It was it was like unacceptable for how she replied to J. Cole. And don't get me wrong, a lot of times it be black men. You know what, bitch? I ain't trying to hear what you got to say, blah blah blah. And then we know the stereotypical toxic black male. We know that. You know what I mean? But in this situation, she was very toxic in her reply and rebuttal to J. Cole because at the end of the day, she created the goddamn debate argument. You came at that man first. And now you mad because he's asking you, damn, is you go teach me?
Because most of the time, the reason for saying what I've said as a black woman, and again, I don't mean any disrespect to our black queens, but it is a fact and a truth. Most of the time, saying what you say or expressing how you feel was not meant for us to ask you, what can I do about it? Or meant for us to even reply. It was meant for us to just take it and then just think about it. And then action was what you were expecting. But even still with action, that sometimes still is not enough because then the action cannot be enough in the reply.
And that's the problem, bro, because his actions was there. Issue. Like, for instance, Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, I'm not saying they donate millions and millions of dollars publicly because we don't really know what they're doing behind the scenes. But since, Mike Brown and Trayvon Martin, they've been around. They've been protesting. They've been active. Just because they wasn't as quick to the draw with the George Floyd situation like how you was, don't judge them and make it seem like they never been active.
Right.
So now you make it seem like one situation is basically bigger than 5 or 6.
Yeah,
that's wrong.
And I never understood why, like, most of these, like most of people, like, they want all the celebrities to, like, react so quickly. Yeah, I watched a Dave Chappelle special called 8 Minutes and 46 Seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. So, and then
it was I saw it. It was good.
So, and that it was like one part where he was saying like Don Lemon is a commentator from CNN. He's basically was saying that Dave Chappelle wasn't quick enough in the wake of like George Floyd's death. He wasn't protesting. He wasn't doing this. He wasn't doing that. And then Dave Chappelle, he responded like, "I've been saying it for years. I don't have to be quick. I mean, I always been saying that because like I already said this before, and I always like did stuff for the black community. Like, what more do you want from me?"
Right. That I've been saying that.
No name.
I've been saying
right, CJ. Right.
So No Name. He wanted J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar react so quickly. But they did the same thing for the guy in Ferguson.
Mike Brown,
Trayvon Martin. Freddie Gray. I could go on and on and on. But they be doing this for years, man. So now they have to respond quickly in the wake of the George Floyd's death. Then it's a problem.
Just not quick to her, bro. Like, hold on 1 second.
Why is it that it has to be quick on anything? It's another death in the same protest.
And the same magnitude, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't get it, bro.
Their music, like you said, when everything started popping off the way it's been popping off, their music is indicative of change because they don't even rap. They don't even rap the same since they came out. They switched up their whole lingo just for the mental state of a black person, so that way we could listen to their music and be encouraged and be put in the mind like, okay, you see what we're going through. Here's different scenarios. Here's different ways we could deal with this. Like,
just like Killer Mike, T.I.
Killer Mike don't even make music no more. Like, he's completely hip hop activist. He doesn't even make music anymore.
Wait, man, time out. He do. Check
I'm
out
saying,
that
like,
Run the Jewel. I know what you're saying. But I gotta
I'm just saying, like,
squeeze this in.
I'm just saying, like, his mindset is not musically
Oh yeah, I know
inclined
exactly
as
what
it
you're
used
saying.
to be.
It's not 100%
You know,
music inclined at all. Let alone
it's
T.I., David Banner.
you know what I'm saying?
You know.
Like, it's more toward, all right, my platform is big enough, especially in my city.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with this platform, let me take it and do this with it, which is a celebrity's choice, might I add. I don't think you should be put under the bus for not doing something or something as quick or whatever the case may be if you're quiet. Now, if you do, like we just got done talking about the James Harden situation, if you do that and you just don't respect the climate, that's a different situation. But if your mouth is
You're not
silent,
aware of the climate. Just think it's like J. Cole
you're just not aware of the climate, whatever. Like,
just think if J. Cole would have came out in his rebuttal to goddamn No Name, like, huh? Somebody died? That's basically how James Harden just did. Oh shit, I know nobody died.
Pretty much.
Because you're not even aware of the climate.
Because it's not affecting you.
Y'all making too much sense for me, bro. Y'all making too much damn sense for people, man. It's going over people's heads, dog.
I got a question.
You know what?
Fellas.
Go ahead, B.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's not. You know what? It's not even that it's going over people's heads. It's being swept under the rug. I don't believe it's going over people's head anymore. I believe it's being heard and swept under the rug.
Okay.
Because until it starts affecting me, that's what it is. It's not affecting me right now. Therefore, it's swept under the rug. And an extent,
that was my question right there, bro. That's
like,
what I was just about to ask you. Like, do y'all really feel like? Because I said this, if y'all been paying attention, since we came back from our break when the corona outbreak happened, what have I been saying on a consistent? A lot of people is not going to take this virus serious until it affects them personally. And even with situations like this, bro, it's sad, it's fucked up, and it's just the air we live in. It's the life we live in. People don't think shit stinks till shit hit the fan, and they gotta hit the fan personally with them. Somebody that they personally know, they brother, they son, they mother, they daughter has to have to die, or a celebrity or somebody that they care about.
Bro, you know how the generation is. They don't give a fuck. If it's
unless it's somebody they care about.
Bro, they don't give a fuck about them either.
No, see, that's where you're wrong at, bro. You might love somebody and got love for them and don't mean you care about them. I might got a great auntie and I love her to death. I've been knowing her my whole life. But guess what? If my mans that I motherfucking deal with on an everyday constant die, I'm going to be more hurt if at his funeral than my auntie.
No, but I hear
a lot of people got that fucked up mindset.
No, but I hear what CJ saying. I hear CJ is basically saying how they deal with death now, how they celebrate it now. Don't get me wrong, death is supposed to be a celebration.
I'm not talking about death, right? I'm just talking about serious situations, period. Like the coronavirus.
But I'm saying, like, that's what CJ is saying. CJ is looking at it as, from their standpoint, okay, if it's this big of a problem, then we're going to end up getting it anyway, right? All right, well, we might as well go ahead and party and do all this extra stuff we're going to do before we die. That's how they look at it.
That's what I'm saying.
How they look at it. See, wait a minute. I understand that, right? But I can't say that's everybody.
No, not everybody, but a good amount like that era. Absolutely. That's exactly how they look at it. It's a small
percentage, but look at it always like this. The biggest motherfuckers who would say some shit like that be the biggest crybabies when it directly happened to them. I done met some people, and I ain't trying to go left, but everybody know my situation with my health, over the years and such, et cetera. I done heard, well, I ain't gonna say heard. I done had a couple people tell me how many words like, man, if I would have went through what you was going through, dog, I just would have said, fuck it and die. I would have never did none of that doctor stuff. Fuck all that, man. My time to go. It's my time to go. Same person who would say ignorant like that towards me, now let me talk, turned around and got stabbed and was the first one running to the hospital. Now, wait a minute, time out. But you told me if you was in a life or death situation, you wasn't going to do anything to basically try to belittle me still trying to fight to be here. As soon as you get in a life or death situation, you the first one running to the goddamn hospital, concerned, crying, praying, hoping and praying. Wait a minute, hold on. That whole energy didn't change.
Yeah.
And you know what they're gonna
You
do,
feel what
right?
I'm saying?
You know what they're gonna do, right?
Saying that shit, but when it happened, when shit really hit that fucking fan, you go see who, and a lot of these motherfuckers fold. Don't believe that. Don't believe the hype. It's all hype. Majority of these motherfuckers fold, man. I say fold. For real, because you don't, niggas say shit until it's them. Yeah. Don't never believe a motherfucker word. Believe them actions. Because them actions go always speak louder than words. I didn't have multiple people. I'm not even saying one or two. I had about 5 or 6 multiple different people saying fucked up shit about what they would have did and what they wasn't go do. That then the slightest of the slightest happened to them. And I'm not even saying getting stabbed or shot or something like that is a slight thing. Because anything that happened to you is a big thing because it's happening to you. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But what happened to all that big boy energy? What happened to all that? Hey, we all gotta die energy.
Damn.
Motherfuckers talk that talk, man. Niggas don't like to walk that motherfucking walk, man. I know this for a fact. I didn't walk that fucking walk. Niggas don't want to walk that motherfucking walk, man.
You making too much sense, dog.
I'm telling you, dog.
You making too much sense, dog. I mean, you ain't lying though, because like
I done had motherfuckers tell me, I'm my bad. But I didn't have motherfuckers tell me when I first got sick that I was bullshitting. It wasn't that serious. Man, what? And I'm talking about, nigga, I done went through every stage when it came down to the heart, dog. From being diagnosed to wearing that life vest to getting the ICD to getting the LVAD to getting a whole transplant. I done had everything you can think of when it came down to the heart. I done had motherfuckers tell me my shit wasn't serious when I was in the goddamn LVAD stage. Just for them to motherfucking get a small half of a heart attack, dog, and motherfucking act like it was motherfucking goddamn the end of everything. And I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, man, I was still kind of positive at first. Now, I know I was depressed. You go be depressed, but like, nigga, you way worse than what I was, but you the same motherfucker who told me my shit wasn't real.
Right. And
your shit just it's nowhere near as fucked up as my shit was. And look how you acting. Like I said, motherfuckers just talk, man. When shit hit the fan, you go know who's who. Don't let this generation fool you, dog. These motherfuckers is cowards, dog.
That's
trauma is trauma.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of niggas don't realize that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, like, you know, when you in a situation that puts you in a different mindset, your actions speak louder than your words. Like, you being from the hood, you know what to possibly expect and what not to expect. You know what I'm saying? And it can happen at any time. That's why where I'm at right now, what I got right now, that's where it came from. It didn't come from people do slight purchases or do shit crazy just because they want to be the hype. Like he said, they just want to be on top of shit. Me personally, I did what I did off of the mindset of this could have been my whole family. We could have been gone.
Yeah.
And I didn't have what I thought I needed in order for me to protect them. So now I do. But it's crazy. Like he said, it's crazy. Niggas always say that shit. And, the messed up mindset is that what they told you, Rob, they told you with the thought process of this ought to get him to get a little stronger in his mind. This ought to make him, a little bit more enthusiastic about what he's going through. Not realizing that.
Stun Brandon, I'm gonna say, hold on, I'm gonna just ad lib. I'm gonna let you finish because I see what you're saying. It's a percentage of people who probably tried to think that they was go encourage me by saying fucked up shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I understand that, but majority of these motherfuckers just really didn't care because it didn't affect them.
Yeah.
So they on some shit like, nigga, I would this will never happen to me. You see what I'm saying? This happened to you. I don't give a fuck about what's going on with you.
That's a fucked up shit.
Yeah,
now then we go see. It's life, man. I'm trying to tell you, dog, it's life, man. You never you gonna always know who real when shit hit the fucking fan. When a life or death situation happen, you gonna know who really fucking real. You gonna know who really in your corner you go, I mean, motherfuckers change, dog.
Yeah.
I can count on one hand who was really there for a nigga, dog, all throughout the hospitals and all that shit. Man, nigga, before I got sick, I can probably count on all kind of hands, motherfuckers I done helped, been there for, who I was allegedly cool with, hanging with, partying with, you know what I mean? Living it up with, getting it in with, all that bullshit. A nigga got motherfucking sick, dog. That nigga, that shit went to, I can count on one fucking hand. And I ain't mad at the shit, but nigga, real times expose who really real. Motherfuckers be thinking they real, dog, until it's time for them to really be a real motherfucker. Niggas be, oh man, niggas ain't loyal until it's time for them to be loyal, dog. I don't got no friends until it's time for you to be a friend. Family ain't family no more until it's time for you to be family. Who go forward and who ain't?
Beat that shit, dog.
Oh, I can preach.
Shit.
I got niggas man, who mad at me that I don't fuck with them, dog. You hear me? They mad at me because I don't fuck with them, dog. As if they forgot the 3-4 years I was sick, they didn't fuck with me. Now I'm 100%. Well, I ain't gonna say 100%, but now I'm better. And niggas mad at me. Why? Oh man, you funny, da. Yeah, I'm so is, nigga. You didn't fuck with me when I needed you the fucking most. Now you mad because I don't fuck with you, dog. Oh man.
Yeah, niggas funny, man. But shit, lucky you here. You here with us. You here with the close one.
I was just saying, bro. Like, my bad. It just rubbed me. That really rubbed me the wrong way, dog. Because I personally didn't experience motherfuckers to say one thing and do another. They came at me directly about my health, and their health just went a little bad a year or two later. And these motherfuckers went like, nigga, you would have thought they was dying tomorrow type shit. And I'm thinking to myself, like, well, nigga, I was way worse than this. You told me, nigga, to man up in so many words. You not seeing how you bitching now, how you motherfucking folding? You not seeing how that energy different now, dog? That energy is all the way different, my G. Oh, man. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a small percent, but these motherfuckers don't think shit stink to it. Hit them personally. And sometimes it gotta hit them. Because like you said, CJ, it might even be, oh, I don't care when it's everybody else. When it's them, you go see how much they don't care.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What we got to talk about now, Bree?
Shit, I think we covered it all.
Shoot, we got a few things we want to talk about before we leave.
To be honest with you, I think my nigga Rod really hit it on the nail, man. And yeah. I'm gonna add this. Right now we are in an era where keeping it real and being vital for something and vocal for something is extremely important. And that something needs to be extremely, it needs to be vital. Right now, Black lives have always been, but more than ever now, are vital. This coronavirus, us being safe, us taking the precautions, us all together, banding together to not only find a cure, but pray it away, is vital. Us having each other's backs, even if what's that? What did you say with the mic situation? It's just for looks. If you gotta fake it to hold somebody down, then fake it. But it's got to be done because we all are in the same boat. My wife tested positive and I tested inconclusive and tested negative, and yet they still want me in quarantine because of how close we are.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? That means that it's just as serious. Your negative situation is just as serious. That video that I was telling you about that woman trying to express to people how serious it is, she said that it's not even considered COVID. She tested 3 times and it was negative. It's not even considered COVID. It's considered a different type of pneumonia. The point of the matter was people need to take more precaution on being safe, being clean, and just doing what needs to be done. I'm one of the first people. I'm not gonna back down from it. I'm one of the first people that was like, man, I don't feel like wearing a mask. I feel like doing all this crap. I really don't. because I didn't think that I had or was going to places enough to even be in the position that I was in, on top of the cleanliness that I be pushing so hard on myself and as an example for others. Meanwhile, my wife, who is in the medical field, who has handled her business, who has done it the way that she's supposed to, still ended up getting positive. So, you know, don't get me wrong, I wore masks where I need to wear masks at because that's what they required. But it's just, we just gonna have to buckle down and just do what we gotta do.
That's true.
So at the end of the day, like Rob said, y'all gotta really understand that when it hit the fan, are you gonna be the one with the sponge and the bleach so that way you can clean it up, or is you just gonna stand there while it's just flinging all over the place? Cause it's real.
It's real.
It's real. So we just gotta buckle down. We gotta do better. We gotta pray harder. We gotta get more in tune with God. We gotta hold each other down better. You know, one of the things that we were supposed to cover that I don't want to go past it so fast, but you know, we've been online for a little bit, is the suicide rate. You know, it's cops, COVID, and suicide. Those are the three biggest things right now that are taking out people, and especially Black people. You know, my brother personally has been dealing with it, and he's doing a little better every day. But because of the upbringing we came up with, and this is the mindset of a lot of people, suicide doesn't seem like it's going to be that big of a deal because of the upbringing we came with. When we're not even thinking about what needs to happen in order to continue it not being that big of a deal. Mental health is extremely important.
Yeah.
Standing by that person, telling them you love them, can save their lives.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we just need to really start riding and dying for each other. Not just us as a people, as far as Black people, but us as far as humans. We need to really buckle down and just start really holding each other down. Being nice to someone can really change somebody's life. You just don't know. It ain't gotta be the biggest gesture. Just telling someone, hey, how you doing? Hope all is well, is enough.
That's true.
So understanding the climate, stepping up in accountability, as we've all, I honestly think that you know, that probably should be our production, is accountability productions. Because we just really need to start pushing accountability. We need to step up in what you're doing and how you're doing it toward the people you're around.
That's true. So to piggyback what you were saying, about like the mental health, we talk about that all the time on this show. I think that should be the title of our show, really. Mental health is, especially we don't take it serious, especially here in the African American community. And me personally, I know a lot of like therapists who like specialize in mental health. Shout out to those ladies. I know it's a tough thing to go through, and I know it's a tough thing to talk about too, because it could be.
Because
go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna just say this, dog, because I'm gonna add on to what you're saying. I'm gonna let you talk. I just really honestly feel like our community suffered the most mental health shit because all this shit been strategic and strategized since slavery. And we still got the aftermaths and the effects from slavery, no matter how you want to cut it and slice it, dog. And we go through the most trauma as a race or nationality or creed, because a lot of people don't believe in a lot of different faiths. So just Black people, period, in America, whose ancestors was American slaves, we go through the most. And
yep.
I hate to say this, but I'm just add Liz. It's a female now that I know who's going through it because she had mother and father issues, and she don't even realize it, and it's affecting now with her and her kids. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
it's
all this shit, if you want to just keep breaking it down, goes back to slavery, bro. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's generational too. It is, bro.
And what's our generational? It goes back. What's our roots in America?
Mm-hmm.
Go back so many generations. What we all equally going to be in America? Slaves.
Slave mentality, bro. And all I want to say is like we just gotta, you know, help each other any step of the way, because I know I don't care if what socioeconomic status you in, you rich, you poor, we still go through the same trauma as a black person in America. And also, I want to shout out to our governor, Big Grinch. Shout out to her, like last week. Was it last week, or was it a few days ago? When we had to wear our masks in public places at all times.
About a few days ago.
Shout out to her, man, because she really cared about us. As opposed to Donald Trump, but that's another story for another day. But shout out to her. She making progress to make sure that we safe, 100%. Shout out to Atlanta's mayor, Keisha Bottoms. She doing the same thing in her city. She required all her residents or people who just come to Atlanta, period, to wear masks at all times. The governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp, you know about him, guys?
Yeah, we heard about that foolishness.
So he's trying to sue the mayor of Atlanta because
she did what she was supposed to do.
Go ahead, CJ. Tell the world what's going on.
He basically suing the mayor of Atlanta, which her name is Miss Bottoms, because she mandated all the residents or people who visit Atlanta to wear masks at all times.
And
which
Trump,
I think is ridiculous. And I went,
And Trump thought shit was sweet.
And Georgia, Atlanta got one of the highest rates of COVID-19 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he think that was a good idea to try to sue somebody who really care for her city. Make sure everybody is safe, wear their mask, stay social distancing.
I recently had a conversation with my uncle, and he told me that he honestly believes that Donald Trump is not particularly racist. He just thinks that he just does the shit that he does because he wants to get fired. He just wants to get fired.
There's levels to the Donald Trump shit. I can even understand that he doing the most wild shit as possible because he don't even want to be president no more.
He don't want to be president no fucking more.
Well, why the fuck you want to run then?
But that strategy don't work.
He did not think he was gonna win. Him, himself, and I agreed in the heads of everybody else. I ain't winning this shit.
Anything is
I'm gonna tell you 3 reasons why I knew he was gonna win, bro. First and foremost, the black African American coon. When you get that motherfucking black spokespeople, the Kanyes, the Stacey Dasses, the etc., the Diamond and Silks, and all these coon ass motherfuckers, dog, coming in, sucking and jiving, and trying to say one point that don't got nothing to do with the other point, but trying to sound smart, bringing up all this stuff that happened during Obama's campaign as if this wasn't things that was currently going on through George Bush. They try to act like as if Obama's campaign came in and created the goddamn abortion clinics, when abortion clinics have been in the black neighborhoods strongly since the 70s and always been in the black neighborhood strongly since the 70s. It's going to continue to be in the black neighborhood strongly for the rest. Their issues when it comes down to abortions is about white women having abortions. Mm-hmm. White people is not having babies at the same rate that we are. We killing them like 3 to 1 when it comes down to that. When they trying to stop abortion clinics, it's only in the cities, the suburbs, right. The inner cities. They're not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. So it's certain little small things like that. I knew he was gonna be president. Secondly, all the celebrity endorsements. All the people who didn't understand, you had Shaquille O'Neal, you had Mike Tyson, you had a whole lot of different celebrities all from one point thinking that what we needed was finally not a politician, but somebody who's not a politician, a businessman to run America.
A businessman.
You remember that? Don't you?
Oh, I remember
the talks
that.
Was, oh man,
I remember that.
We in trillions of dollars of debt to England. That's because the United States is not ran like a business. No, that's not because of that. A lot of people don't even understand their history. Just saying anything ignorant.
Yep.
And then number 3, man, dog, never get it twisted about the racism in America. Man, bro, look. It was so many goddamn Arabs or Arabs, whatever you want to call them, that voted for Trump. It was so many motherfucking goddamn Mexicans that potentially voted for Trump. and it was mad because he deported them. It was so many goddamn Asians in our community. Mind you, these people was in our communities, bro. The supermarkets, the gas stations is ran by who? The beauty supply stores and the nail tech stores and shops.
And they voted for
ran the Asians and the Arabs. They don't care about us. They never have. 90% of them is Republicans. But guess what? We'd never know that because the only people who come on to big platforms to let you know who's what is white people when they say they're Republicans and black people when we automatically say we're Democrats. Nobody never asked what's the Arabs. Nobody never asked who's the Asians. Nobody never asked what's all these other demographics. No, only them two colors, races, and creeds. And guess who's still number one, bottom at the totem pole? Black people. So when Trump was coming on saying all this shit, all the racist motherfucking killings was happening at the time, and the cops was getting away with all kind of murder and stuff like that. Oh yes, man, anything to get rid of the African American nigger.
And also,
so of course Trump was gonna get voted in.
It was sexism too because a lot of people didn't want to vote for Hillary Clinton because she's a woman. And
a lot of people didn't want to vote for Hillary Clinton because what they did was they brought up that 94 crime bill. On top of her being a woman. On top of, we already know what we got with Bill Clinton. And it played off people's emotions.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I really thought Hillary was going to win, bro. I really thought she was, man. And then when election day hit, in the morning, bro, I will say this. In the morning of the election day, I had a gut feeling. I'm like, man, Trump might fucking run up in this damn shit. Because think about it. I was at the voting poll I went to. It was nothing but Trump signs all over the damn lawn, bro, of the school. I'm like, oh, shit. And it was like a lot of people that was wearing like Trump 16 on their shirt.
I remember seeing them around the city, bro. Man, the day I went to go vote, and my mother was the only person with me, and she can contest to this, though. I was literally dying. I didn't know what was going on with me, though. I had no energy. But medically, my heart function was down to like 10%, 5%. I didn't know. I couldn't hold down no liquids, no food. I got down to about like 150 pounds. And nigga, when I say that was the longest, and literally the school that we went to vote, the cafeteria was like as soon as you walked in. And that was like the longest walk in my life, though. I was so out of breath. But I made sure I took my black ass up there and voted because I understood what Trump represented. It wasn't the fact that Trump was going to come in and do a whole lot of this. Mm-hmm. I understood that these cops was going to go crazy like how they is now. These white people was going to start going crazy like these Karens and shit like that like how they is now. I understood all this. I knew America was going to lose their mind with a president like Trump. White America. And mind you, it's not the fact that they outnumber us. It's the fact that they get away with this shit.
Right.
You feel where I'm coming from? So I took my ass up down and everything done. Literally a day after the election, or maybe 2 days after the election, I went to the hospital and I found out like, yeah, man, you got about maybe a week tops to live. You got to get this LVAD. They had to put me on life support, and the life support was only keeping me alive until I got the surgery. I had no clue none of this shit. The only thing that I knew at that time in November 2016, what Trump about to represent, I don't want my sons, my daughters, my nieces, nephews, CJ's daughter, your daughter and your son, Brandon. I don't want y'all to go through that. I don't want y'all to be victimized. And I'm talking about the youth to, man, I'm 6 years old. I might get killed by a white motherfucker because they think they can get away with this shit because look at the president.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what took place. Look what's been happening.
Yeah. That's true. So yeah, we about to
no, we ain't about to get out of nowhere. I gotta get your opinion on one thing, then we can dip.
Okay, all right.
CJ. Matter of fact, I gotta get both y'all opinions. I'm not giving no opinion on this.
All right.
How do y'all feel about, and I know this is about to seem so left depending on how serious the conversations has been the last 2 or 3 different subjects, but I gotta get this off. Brandon and Craig, Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, give it to me.
Okay, this reminds me of that one scene from Harlem Nights where they was in the alley and motherfucker just basically shot her in her pinky toe.
Oh man, what's wrong?
Like,
Sugar and shot me in my foot. I'm gonna kill him. Sugar, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
Oh man,
you gotta think about it. Another thing. Tory Lanez is short as hell. I think Tory Lanez is like 5'4", 5'5". Megan Thee Stallion about 5'10", 5'11".
I think they said 5. Oh man. Oh my God, dog.
So you know,
Oh.
that's a disadvantage for Tory Lanez anyway. So he's like, oh, I get my ass whooped. I'm gonna go out and shoot this bitch. So he shot the bitch. All right, this ain't funny, y'all. This ain't funny. All right,
What's wrong with him?
all right, that's funny.
Oh man,
Look,
I'm
y'all,
gonna
look.
say this.
I'm short too.
I don't think Brandon I don't think he want to be a part of this conversation. CJ.
Look, y'all. Look. I'm 5'6".
My bad, B man.
I'm
My
short.
bad. I
I'm short.
apologize.
All right, I'm short. I'm 5'6". If I get my ass whooped too, by a nigga that's like 6'1", 6'2", 300 pounds.
Nigga, she's a female, bro. She a whole woman.
He a nigga. So all right, I'm being sexist. My bad, y'all. My bad, women. For all the women out there. I'm sorry. I know.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, ladies. But if I get my ass
Don't cut.
I'm gonna have to kick somebody in the knees. I'm gonna either have to kick some knees, or somebody get shot in, or get somebody get shot in the knees. That's shit. That's where she get shot at.
I think they said they shot her in the pinky toe, dog. That's the foot.
They shot her in the foot, bro.
Hey man, look, to everybody out there, I'm gonna give my unbiased real opinion on my platform. So if y'all follow me, man, Rob the Don on Instagram, Facebook, or Rob Millennium on Twitter, dog, just check it out. You know what I mean? But we gotta get these jokes off before we leave.
You know,
okay. All right, for me, because I've been reading different scenarios. So I guess this is the first time I heard where they was actually beefing. Because all the other scenarios were he was just shooting, and I guess she was in the midst of the shot, and she ended up getting shot. Here's how I feel about this shit. Right now, nigga, I'm on the point of y'all motherfucking careers is doing too well to be doing some dumb shit right now.
Yeah.
And I'm just irritated that every time.
Than Tory, though.
But I'm just irritated that every time that something pop off where your career is doing good, it always ends up where they want to mess themselves up or put themselves in position where they end up getting messed up. You know what Tory Lanez is about right now.
You get my black tablet, Daddy? Daddy, you get my black tablet?
You know what Tory Lanez is about. You know how he get down. And it's just, you gotta pay attention to your surroundings. You really do. I don't think that these rappers pay attention to their fucking surroundings. I think they just be partying, and because I make the stallion, shit should be just fine. No motherfucker.
Is this the one time in history that we get mad at David for slaying Goliath?
Nah.
What the fuck, bro?
Nah.
My bad. Hey, I'm gonna give a serious. Hey, either next podcast, ladies and gentlemen, or on my platform, I'm gonna really break it down seriously. But we about to go, and we gotta get these jokes off. I'm sorry, dog.
Y'all see how I was going there, right?
Oh man.
I mean, I ain't seen a short nigga shoot a big chick like that since Lethal Weapon 2.
Oh man, dog. Ooh. Oh man, dog. Hot girl summer is over with, dog.
We about to get out of here, y'all. But shout out to our supporters, man. Shout out to all the tall women that's going through it right now. I'm sorry about that, but
hey, I ain't gonna shoot you, sweetie. I'm not gonna.
I ain't gonna shoot you either. I'll just go climb on the tree. But
No, you admitted to shoot him though, CJ. You did
I
admit.
would. Hey.
Now you might not pull the same type of gun caliber as dude.
380. No. I'm saying like, if shit hits the fan, hey, I got you. Hey, that your girl knocking, bro.
Hey, yo, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. God bless y'all.
All right, y'all, we about to get the out of here, y'all. This is CJ.
Your man's Rob.
Your boy Jimmy.
This is 3 Raw.
Out the motherfucking mud with it. Out the motherfucking mud with it.